Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, first published in 1937, is a timeless self-help book that distills the principles of success based on Hill's study of over 500 successful individuals, including Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. The book emphasizes the power of the mind in achieving wealth and personal fulfillment, blending practical advice with motivational philosophy. Below is a comprehensive review and summary of its key concepts and lessons in paragraph form. The central theme of Think and Grow Rich is the idea that success begins with a clear, burning desire. Hill argues that you must know exactly what you want, whether it's wealth, a specific career, or personal achievement, and fixate on it with unwavering focus. This desire must be definite, not vague, and backed by a concrete plan. For example, Hill suggests writing down your goal, the timeline to achieve it, and what you're willing to sacrifice, then reading it aloud daily to imprint it on your subconscious. This process transforms abstract wishes into actionable objectives, a lesson in the power of intention and clarity that remains relevant for anyone seeking purpose. Another cornerstone is faith, specifically, the belief that you can achieve your goal. Hill doesn't frame this as blind optimism, but as a cultivated mindset reinforced through autosuggestion, where you repeatedly affirm your ability to succeed. He explains that the subconscious mind can't distinguish between reality and imagination, so feeding it positive, confident thoughts shapes your actions and attracts opportunities. This concept ties into the law of attraction, though Hill grounds it in practical psychology rather than mysticism. The lesson here is that self-belief isn't innate. It's built through repetition and emotional intensity, a tool anyone can use to overcome doubt. Hill introduces the concept of specialized knowledge, distinguishing it from general education. He asserts that success doesn't require knowing everything, but knowing where to find the right information or people who do. This is exemplified by his story of Henry Ford, who didn't invent the automobile but surrounded himself with experts who could execute his vision. The takeaway is that resourcefulness and collaboration trump isolated brilliance. In today's world, this translates to leveraging networks, mentors, or even online resources to fill gaps in your expertise, a reminder that no one succeeds alone. The book heavily emphasizes the mastermind principle, where two or more people align their efforts toward a shared goal, creating a synergy that amplifies results. Hill sees this as a multiplier of brain power, where ideas spark and refine through collective energy. He cites Carnegie's success as a product of his mastermind group of advisors. The lesson is clear: surround yourself with like-minded, capable individuals who challenge and support you. In practice, this could mean joining a professional group, starting a business partnership, or even curating your social circle to foster growth. Persistence is another critical lesson, as Hill warns that most people fail because they quit too soon. He shares stories of individuals like Edwin C. Barnes, who relentlessly pursued a partnership with Edison despite lacking money or connections, eventually succeeding through sheer tenacity. Hill pairs this with the need to overcome fear and procrastination, identifying 6 ghosts of fear: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death, as success's greatest enemies. The takeaway is that resilience, fueled by desire and faith, turns obstacles into stepping stones, a mindset shift that's both empowering and demanding. Imagination is celebrated as the workshop of success. Hill divides it into synthetic imagination, rearranging existing ideas, and creative imagination, generating original ones, urging readers to use both to solve problems and innovate. He credits inventors and entrepreneurs with using imagination to see what others miss. This lesson encourages daydreaming with purpose, letting your mind explore possibilities, then grounding them in action. It's a call to think beyond limitations, a skill that feels especially potent in our era of rapid technological change. The book also delves into the subconscious mind and its role in turning thoughts into reality. Hill argues that emotions, positive or negative, magnetize thoughts, making them more likely to manifest. This is why he stresses maintaining enthusiasm, love, and hope while avoiding anger or jealousy. He introduces the concept of transmutation of sexual energy, suggesting that redirecting this primal drive into creative pursuits boosts achievement. The lesson here is about emotional discipline, channeling your inner forces constructively rather than letting them scatter. Planning and decision-making are practical pillars in Hill's framework. He advises creating a definite plan, revising it as needed, and acting decisively without overanalyzing. Indecision, he warns, breeds failure, as seen in his critique of those who drift through life without purpose. This ties into his QQS formula: quality, quantity, spirit for service, emphasizing excellence and enthusiasm in all you do. The modern reader might see this as a blueprint for career success. Commit fully, adapt quickly, and deliver value consistently. Finally, Hill's 13 Steps to Riches culminate in the sixth sense, an intuitive faculty he claims develops from mastering the other principles. It's a near-mystical idea, tuning into hunches or inspiration, but he frames it as the reward for disciplined thought and action. Critics might dismiss this as woo-woo, yet it underscores a broader truth. Success often involves trusting your gut after rigorous preparation. The book closes with a call to outwit the devil of negative influences, a metaphor for societal pressures and self-sabotage, urging readers to take full responsibility for their destiny. In review, Think and Grow Rich is both a motivational manifesto and a practical guide, blending psychology, strategy, and a touch of spirituality. Its strengths lie in its actionable steps: desire, faith, persistence, and collaboration, and its insistence that wealth, financial or otherwise, stems from thought. However, it's not without flaws. The anecdotal evidence can feel dated, and the lack of focus on systemic barriers might frustrate modern readers. Still, its lessons endure because they're universal. Mindset matters, effort compounds, and success is a science of habits. For anyone willing to apply its principles with discipline, it's a roadmap to not just growing rich, but growing purposeful.